I have an Oxygen review of Me and My Pal from 1933, produced by Hal Roach and of course directed by Lloyd and Charles Rogers. So yes, we are back once again to discuss Laurel and Hardy on the channel. Obviously, absolutely love Laurel and Hardy. These are the funniest guys to me, and of course, it's great to today talk about this kind of unique, Lester talks about short film that they've done, of course, and this is a very unique one, mostly one location, and I look forward to discussing it today, of course. But first of all, there will be a spoiler warning for this discussion. I can't really talk about anything that happens in this film without kind of giving away spoilers. It is a very short film, of course, and it's mostly one location. So just be warned. There will be spoilers in this video if you haven't seen the film. I would recommend seeing it first before coming back to this video, and then we can talk from there. We can discuss this in the comments and all things Laurel and Hardy. So with all that said, let's discuss my thoughts on this film. So yes, this is one that I do love personally, and a really interesting film here. We have, of course, Ollie about to get married, and Stan is his best man, and he gets him this present, of course, for his wedding, and the present is, of course, a jigsaw puzzle, and it all unfolds from there once they start to actually kind of go into this puzzle, and he tries to complete the puzzle, and before they actually go to the ceremony and become obsessed with this. This is the kind of the film in a nutshell. Everyone that comes into the house, and sees this puzzle, instantly kind of becomes enticed in and then obsessed, and they can't stop, and they just become addicted, and they forget their sense of time. They lose track of time and what they're meant to be doing on the day, all the duties, and it all kind of goes wrong for them, of course. James Finlayson playing the father of the bride, and he does come into it as well, and see Ollie and Stan, and it's really hilarious there as well. But just them meant to be getting ready for the wedding. I love this. We do have the intro bit as well at the beginning, where we hear about Ollie on the radio and stuff, and the actual ceremony, the marriage is going to be this huge event and stuff, and we have mainly just Ollie at first reacting to this, and that was really funny as well. But the main bulk of the film is when it really becomes hilarious, and I think just Stan and Ollie, of course, once again in this, absolutely hilarious. We have different characters though coming into this, and it kind of becomes in a way, a sense, Laurel and Hardy are kind of not backseated, but they are kind of equally, regarded as some of the other characters, because they're all just kind of, victims of this puzzle, and they're all kind of in it together, and they become this team in a sense. This kind of, it wasn't meant to be, but they did become this team. Of course, we have Ollie's butler, we have the telegram boy as well, we have the policeman at one point, and the cab driver, all coming into this, and kind of seeing this and becoming addicted to this, and obsessed, and it just leads to absolute chaos. In the towards the end of the film, we have this kind of brawl, and then the puzzle goes flying, of course, scattered, and that is it's kind of this tragic moment, because you get caught up in all this, and all the characters are so obsessed with this, and it was kind of the wedding was all kind of went wrong because of this puzzle, and then in the end they don't even complete the puzzle, of course. In the final moments as well, once everyone goes, and Ollie kind of tells Stan to go away, in that sense. Stan, finds, the missing piece, of the puzzle, and picks it up, and that is a hilarious way to end this, absolute mad, kind of final act there, it really is. It's a film that, I just loved, some of the slapstick in this, although it's kind of mostly one occasion, there's a lot of slapstick around this, Ollie is, kind of, about to go to the wedding, constantly getting back in the cab, and Stan is opening the door for him, and just the opening the door, and then Ollie just really whacking his kind of face with the door there several times, and it's just every time he does this, it's more kind of it feels more kind of sore the way it looks, and just hilarious when they actually get into the cab, and constantly then Stan has forgotten stuff, and goes back into the house, and then they get once again caught up in the puzzle, and it's like this this kind of curse of this jigsaw puzzle, and it's just really hilarious, because it's kind of speaks to real life a bit. Things can be addictive and stuff, puzzles, etc., and it can put you off, and you can become obsessed, and put things off and say we'll do it soon, and we'll do it in a minute, and then just kind of lose track of time, and this has happened many times, and of course it does to these characters as well in the film, and it's really nice, because we do have this kind of friendship that forms based around the shared interest in the puzzle of all these different characters, and I love the moment when in the midst of it all, when they get another piece successfully done, and Hardy just Ollie. It just kind of looks up and this kind of shared smile, laughter kind of thing, and it's just kind of like, yeah, there we go. We've got that piece. Glad we find that one, and it's just a really hilarious moment when he laughs there, and it's just a mad one. This, and it really is. Some great slapstick as well, as I say, and just a sense of tension. Wanting them perhaps to get to the wedding, and of course not going to make it, and just James Finlayson as well. His reactions at first, and then when he does see Ollie and Stan in this one, it's just hilarious, and I think obviously being a short, it's very they kept not too much kind of going on elsewhere. We got mainly just focus on this one location, and the before and after a bit as well, and it's just constantly hilarious, this one. Perhaps the actual bit at the beginning isn't as funny as the rest of the film, with Ollie just with the radio and stuff, but I think all of this film is funny, and of course Laurel and Hardy, to me, probably the funniest individuals, a team, certainly, just ever, and I think once again this is not one of their perhaps very very best shorts to me, but it is absolutely hilarious. It's a very unique kind of scenario. I think it did work so well for this kind of experimental, a bit different kind of short, different from the usual stuff they would do in a way, and as well the way they are kind of they appear as characters, and how kind of prominent they are in a sense. They kind of blend into the group at one point, and I think that's really fascinating, because mainly the jigsaw puzzle that is the central character of this film, which is brilliant in the way it's done, and I just think from start to finish this is so funny. I think it's got this oddly tragic element to it as well, and just ending on a really hilarious moment when, as I say, Stan finds that missing piece of the puzzle, and just got the reaction there, as always, from Hardy, is priceless. So yes, I really do love this short. It's not one of my absolute favourite shorts from Laurel and Hardy, but of their 45 kind of sound shorts, this is one of the many great ones for me. And so overall, my rating for this film is a 94%. I really love this film personally. I think it really is just a very unique one, and it works so well. I think just seeing them interact in a certain way with different kind of individuals as well. It's a very unique one, very different. Kind of also portraying a sense of madness, obsession, and just everything going wrong because of this jigsaw puzzle, and it's just hilarious, really, from start to finish. And I think this is not one actually that I did see, as a kid. I saw it a bit later for the first time. Actually, I saw loads of Laurel and Hardy's, as a kid from a very young age. I would have been around 6 when I remember, kind of watching these. Actually, that's how young I was. Maybe even 5, but certainly 6 was when I was regularly, watching these and taping them off TV, and then a bit after that would be, buying the DVDs. So great times. This wasn't one of the films I watched in those days, but I think I have seen it a few times, and I do really find this one very very funny. I think it's for being a very different one as well, and it is sandwiched, of course, in between the different iconic short films. Obviously, the Music Box was the year earlier, 32, one of the absolute best for me Laurel and Hardy shorts, and obviously as well of this year we had Busybodies. That's another one that I really really love as well. So loads of great stuff they were making around this time. One of their golden periods really in 33. We had Sons of the Desert as well, obviously in that year being one of their features, and so really a great time for them, and just I think that went on for a long time, even when I think some people say they peter off a bit in the late 30s and stuff. There's loads to love, of course, and for me really I just appreciate all the Laurel and Hardys. I haven't seen loads of the later ones, obviously after early 40s. I'd say I haven't seen any of those ones, but I will check them out at some point. Obviously I haven't seen every single Laurel and Hardy short, but this for me is a great one, and it's just a great one to see as a bit of a different Laurel and Hardy as well. So yes, that's my thoughts. What do you think on this film? And it'd be great to hear your thoughts in the comments. Discuss this, and how does it compare to different Laurel and Hardys for you? And yeah, it'd be great to discuss all things Laurel and Hardy. I will be reviewing at some point in the next few weeks Way Out West, because I did kind of fairly recently watch that film, and I've been gathering my thoughts on it, and trying to plan a review, see when I'll talk about this one, in the schedule. So I look forward to that massively. That is of course one of the most iconic Laurel and Hardys, and I've seen that many times, and of course it's just one of my favourites. So I can't wait to talk about that, and that'll be, as I said, in the next few weeks, and just kind of where possible. When I watch a Laurel and Hardy, I will be trying to talk about it on the channel as well. So yes, that's it for now, and as I say, it'd be great to hear your thoughts in the comments. So yes, as always, take care, and thanks for watching.